I want you to imagine for just a moment that you're working as a security guard, and one day while on break, you overhear a fellow guard talking to someone, and what you hear goes something like this. When I showed up on site, he told me that it's okay. He only just wanted to pick up the products he stole so he can give them to her when she comes back, and she would know what you think about it. So if it happens again, they can put it away. Huh? Do you have any idea what this guy is actually trying to say? If he were describing a critical event, would you have any confidence in his abilities? I don't think I would. Hi, and welcome to the Canadian School of Private Investigation and Security. In today's video, I am going to show you why effective communication, and by extension English literacy, is such an important skill for a security guard to possess and work on developing. Before we begin, if you aren't currently subscribed, please consider subscribing as we have lots of exciting videos on the way. Thank you and enjoy the video. English communication is an important skill both in the security field as well as in every other facet of daily life. Although we live in a culturally diverse society, most of our important daily business interactions take place in English. That means that as a security guard, your English proficiency serves two purposes. The first is that having strong English communication skills means that you will be able to interact effectively with different people throughout your day, allowing you to both speak clearly with and understand the individuals with whom you interact with, both while on and off duty. Some examples of people you might interact with include customers, visitors, delivery personnel, victims of an accident or crime, as well as the general public. Secondly, an active security guard must be able to clearly convey information to many different people in different situations. These include instructing personnel and visitors on protocols, directing members of the public, conveying information to site supervisors, clients, police officers, and possibly court officials, as well as discussing site-specific information with other guards. A security guard must have the ability to convey details and information in a clear and concise manner, whether verbally or in writing. In just a moment, I am going to demonstrate why English communication is an important skill to have. When we talk about English communication, it is important to note that it does not only mean being able to speak and write. One of the most interesting aspects of a security guard's job is that they get to interact with people from different backgrounds. The trouble with this, however, is that there might come a time where an individual, whether a victim or a passerby, indicates something to you in a nonverbal way. For example, suppose a victim who has just been robbed comes up to you and indicates that the perpetrator went that way. It is your job to interpret that to mean that they went left as opposed to right. Small things like this highlight why it is so important to have strong English communication and literacy skills as a security guard. Now, listen closely to the following scenario in order to understand why English literacy is one of the most important skills for a security guard to develop. Sunil, a 36-year-old security guard, has been in Canada for 4 years, working with his current employer for 3 of those years. His work includes patrols, access control, and emergency response. While on a routine patrol, Sunil hears a commotion. It sounds like someone is being assaulted. Sensing the sounds are coming from the building's rear, Sunil rushes as quickly and safely as he can, and when he gets there, sees an elderly man on the ground. After a brief examination, he determines there are no immediate injuries requiring medical attention. The victim identifies himself as Walik. He is an elderly male who appears to be in his early 70s. Sunil asks the male to tell him what happened and quickly realizes the man is an immigrant to Canada with only minimal English language skills. Repeating his question to the distraught victim, the man finally explains the following, which is transcribed as follows. I visiting only. No, I work here. I come drop off something. It's no good. This guy say, give me what you have. I say I don't have nothing. He not believe, so I walk away and he's pushing me to hit door. He pulled my wallet and take my cell phone and my keys. Sunil tries to get a description of the culprit and a direction, but finds the male has trouble comprehending him. Sunil understands the victim is reporting a robbery. He also understands there is a likely perpetrator on the loose on or near his client's property. Sunil must manage multiple priorities. One is to ensure the well-being of the victim, But equally important is to alert his colleagues and potentially the police as to the description of the perpetrator. Sunil will then be required to write a detailed report describing what happened and how it took place. He will look for other witnesses who may have been nearby and who might be able to provide further details, such as a more thorough description of the assailant and how he got away. From this scenario, you might be able to see why good language skills are an important asset for a security guard to have. A security guard must be able to ask questions and understand what the victim is saying. Witnesses may be available and they need to be approached to gain their cooperation and to learn any added details they might have. A detailed report needs to be written. If the perpetrator is arrested, a court presentation of evidence may be required, so it is important that you have strong literacy skills in order to write a detailed report rich with detail and one that is easy to understand. At this point, you might be wondering, how can literacy skills affect my performance? Without developing strong English literacy skills, it would be difficult for you to perform your job as a security guard successfully. Suppose in our scenario that the victim, who is facing west, points with his left hand as to the direction the robber fled. Or, in explaining the assailant's physical stature, he points to you, but raises his hand by 6 inches. Being able to convey small details such as this are important because those details paint the bigger picture. An important part of literacy skills is remembering to use proper grammar. English is a very descriptive language, but also one that can be somewhat difficult to master. Proper use of grammar helps us ensure that we are saying exactly what it is that we mean to say. For example, imagine how confusing the following statement might be to a reader. He tell me I gave him my wallet. He want to go to bank machine, so I give him my PIN number. In this example, we don't know whether the victim has or has not turned over a wallet. It is unclear whether the victim was told to hand over his PIN or actually did so. The sentence is not grammatically correct and therefore it is hard to understand. I want to talk to you and tell you where he goes. I want to find man. Besides being grammatically incorrect, the problem with this example is that we have no idea what's actually happening. Who is the person talking to? What exactly is being reported? Sentence structure is important in ensuring information is clear and concise. A further difficulty in English, and one that relates to effective communication and security, is the presence of homophones. These are words that sound the same, but are spelled differently and have different meanings. For example, break as in applying the brakes to stop a car, and break as in taking a break from your reading. There as in their lunch is ready, and there as in you can find the package over there. Scent as in the scent of flowers, and sent as in I sent you the package yesterday. See as in do you see the difference, and see as in I went to go fish in the sea. To as in the paint is too dark, and to as in do you know what to do. Spelling is a large part of effective communication in security. Not only is correct spelling important to ensure the guard writes effective and easy to understand notes and reports, but correct spelling is a mark of professionalism. In English, words are not always spelled the way they sound. For example, listen to the following words without looking at the screen and see if you were able to spell any of them correctly. Laugh, knife, Wednesday, acquire, and achieve. How to improve your English literacy skills. Since conversation is the building block of human communication, speak to people as often as you can about as many different subjects as you can. It doesn't need to be someone you know. Pick a stranger when you have a chance and start by asking a question. Especially if English is not your first language, you can learn to be a better speaker and a better listener. Reading. Find an interesting novel. Read your local newspaper. Set aside 20 minutes each day to focus on reading. Soon, you'll see and learn words and phrases outside your ordinary comfort level. And remember, use the new words you learn when communicating with others. It will help fix them in your mind. Writing. Set aside 15 minutes every day to sit down and write. You can start a journal about your day, or you can write a short story. Practicing your writing skills will help you develop confidence and improve your skills over time. Listen. Choose a podcast or audiobook. Listen to world news on a regular basis. Pick a talk channel as you drive to work or while taking public transportation. You'll learn to hear the subtle nuances that are a regular part of speech. If you'd like to test yourself, visit the link down below to take our English literacy quiz. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like and hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all of our latest videos. Until next time, thank you for watching and have a great day.